Hi teachers. There's a quote that says something like this: students don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Making individual connections with your students each and every year allows you to teach to them, to better motivate them, and to help inspire them to want to learn more. And to me, that's the best part of teaching, is making those connections, those friendships each and every year. Doing this in a virtual classroom can seem a little daunting, so here is one way that you can make that initial connection with an About Me page that you can use in a Google Classroom. Are you ready to get started? Here we go. Okay, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to Google Slides. On Google Slides, we are going to change the background because we want to make it pretty. We want to make it enticing for our students to want to fill out the About Me page to make it a little bit cool. So I'm going to put a tie-dye image in the background. And of course I'm speeding this up, I'm not that fast, but I don't want you to have to sit here for hours watching a video. So I'm putting in a shape because I'm just being creative with this. You can do whatever you want to make your About Me page, the first page, as great as you want to. What I'm thinking is that I want the students to be able to put a picture in the box. Now, one thing about lettering, you can just put About Me in the letters, or you can make it a little bit more creative, make it look a little bit better by going to Insert and going to Word Art. When you go to Word Art and put in About Me and hit Enter, then you're gonna get a different version. It's gonna be beautiful. And you can resize it to fit your needs, and you can also change the font to make it look pretty. Now you can change the feel of the color. You can also change the outline of the color and the line that the color goes around, and so it can look beautiful. Now I don't quite like it being on this side. Maybe I'll change it up. Okay. I'm going to insert an image, and I'm going to search for this image on the web, and you can definitely do it here, or you can open up a new tab and search Google that way as well. So I'm looking for something 5th grade or maybe science related that I could add to the About Me page to make it a little bit more enticing for a student to fill out our page. And do I see anything? Oh yeah, a rocket. That's pretty easy. I will insert this rocket on the page to make it look a little cute. And of course, I can go back and switch that if I need to. Yay, now it's in a science About Me page. Yay. Now the trick, so that students can't click on anything and mess up your whole Google slide, is to create a PNG of the slide. So you're going to go to File and you're going to go to Download. And then you're going to go to PNG Image. When you click on PNG Image, it's going to download a PNG image to your computer. And then you can use that for the background of your slide. And students will not be able to click on the background and change anything on the background. So that's pretty awesome. So you just go to Background, you go to Choose Image, you find the image from the computer that you have just downloaded. There it is. And then it can become my first slide. Yay. I hit done, and now students will not be able to click on the About Me or the rectangle or the space shuttle. It's not gonna move. Now I want them to know what to do to this page, so I'm going to say add a picture of yourself here, and then students will know that that is what is expected of them, and they can get rid of that text box too, because that will be the only thing that they can get rid of on this page, since it's not part of the background. If you feel uncomfortable having students upload a picture into Google Slides, you can definitely change that to maybe their Bitmoji, or maybe the logo of their favorite football team, just something that would give you a little bit more insight into that individual student. Then we will add our next slide, and this time I think I'm going to do favorites. So first I want to go to the background again, and this time I'm just going to choose a solid color. I'm going to make it easy on myself. So blue is my favorite color. Let's do blue. And then of course I'm gonna go to insert again, and I'm going to insert some word art. But this time I'm gonna do favorites. I'm gonna try to find like a number 1 PNG image. PNG image means that it won't have a background. And I don't really see anything on this little Google search going on. So sometimes you find better things by opening a new tab and searching for it. So I'm gonna search on PNG. Let's see here, let's see what it's got. Is anything cute? Cute. Oh, purple and green, that's cute. Aw, that's awesome. So I can drag it to my desktop and then drag it to my slide, or I can make a copy, however you want to do it, however you want to get it onto your slide. I go back and forth every time. I don't have one way to do anything on Google Slides yet. So I'm going to put it in, center it up there at the top, and then I'm going to add a shape so they can put their answers for their favorites. So what will their first favorite be? Let me think. Okay, their favorite color. That's an easy one. I'm centering it in the text box. I'm changing the font. I'm changing the size of the font so that students will be able to see it and it will look pretty. I'm going to copy this text box so I don't have to redo all the font and the size and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm just going to hit Command C. That will copy the text box, and then I will hit Command V, and that will paste the text box, and I can do that with my shape as well. So the first favorite is favorite color, the second favorite is favorite animal. Now again, let me center this up so it'll look a little bit better. But again, I don't want my students to come into this Google Slides and then mess up my boxes or my words, and so I'm going to download a PNG of the image, and then I'm going to upload that PNG image as the background to my Google slide. And now I want them to be able to put their answer within the box, and so I'm going to add a text box so they can write their favorite color, and I'm going to put a text box where they can write their favorite animal. Okay, this time we're gonna make another slide, and it's gonna be very similar to the slide we just made, but this time I'm gonna use purple. Here we go. Again, the only thing that I want the students to be able to move on this slide is the planets, to put which planet is their favorite in the correct box. So again, I'm gonna save the slide as a PNG image, and then I'm gonna upload it so that students will not be able to mess with anything on the slide except what I want them to be able to mess with, what I want them to be able to drag and drop. So this favorites is planets, so I'm gonna get some planets. I need Mercury, I need Venus, I need Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, I need them all. Uranus, Neptune, where are ya? Okay, I'm getting all my planets, and now I'm putting them on the slide, and so the student can choose which planet they like the best and put it in the box. So now when students go to answer this question of what is their favorite planet, they will be able to pick which one and put it in the box. And no, Pluto is not a planet. On the next slide, I want to do something a little bit different, and so I thought it'd be fun to play a game of Would You Rather? I wonder what my students would rather do or be or eat. Let's see. My two questions for this are going to be, would you rather have a horse's tail or have a unicorn's horn? I wonder what my students will choose. I'm gonna add some clip art to make it a little bit more attractive, and then I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going to save it as a PNG so they can't mess with my horse or mess with my unicorn, and then I'm going to upload it as the background to my slide, so that the only thing that they will be able to manipulate is the check mark that I will add in the very near future. So now I'm going to insert a shape, which is a call out, and this will give students directions as to what I want them to do or how I want them to answer the would you rather question, if they want a horse's tail or a unicorn horn. So I'm going to write the directions right here, which will be drag and drop the check mark to what you would rather have. I'm going to find a check mark through my images. I'm going to search the web really quick. I'm going to just search check mark PNG so it doesn't have a background. And I'm going to find a check mark, and then I'm going to insert it into my Google slide. And I'm going to size it so it will be more appropriate for the slide. So now students will come to the slide and they won't be able to click on the horse or the unicorn or anything like that, but they'll be able to drag and drop the check mark to the answer to their question. Now we're going to do this again, another would you rather slide. We're going to do this again with would you rather eat a dead bug or a live worm. Again, when I have my slide how I want it, I'm going to download it as a PNG, and then I'm going to upload it back into my Google presentation. So then students won't be able to move my dead bug around or my earthworm around. They'll only be able to move the check mark. Again, I'm going to add a call out so I can put the directions as to what the students are supposed to do, and I'm going to add that check mark so that they can decide if they'd rather eat a dead bug or a live worm. I think I'd go with dead bug. Now that I see this, I notice that I didn't even make a Google slide to put their name. Whoops. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to add a slide after the first one. And I'm going to put a place where they can write their name, where they can write their birthday, their age, and maybe what they want to be when they grow up. Again, I'm going to download this as a PNG image, and then I'm going to upload it as the background. And then I'm going to put text boxes in so that they will have a place to write their answers. I'm going to add one more favorite slide, and then I think we'll be done. Okay, now I want to show you what this will look like in a Google Classroom. You're going to go to Classwork and you're going to go to Create, and you're going to create an assignment. And under the assignment, you're going to add our About Me page from your Google Drive. Usually it will show up in your recents because you've just been working on it. You can add it there, and then you always want to choose Make a Copy for each student. And then each student will be able to see their assignment, About Me, and they will be able to read the instructions, and then they will be able to go and put the necessary information on all of those Google slides. When a student sees this assignment, they'll be able to open it up, and they will be able to add a picture of themselves. They will be able to write their name where it says name and their birthday and their age, and they will be able to move the check marks wherever they need to for the Would You Rather game, and also fill in their favorites. So here is an example of the finished product. About me, my favorites, and my Would You Rather questions. Now that was my About Me page, but I know when you get your students' About Me page, you're gonna learn an awful lot about the students in your classroom. And I know that that is so important in making sure you create a learning environment of fun, a learning environment where they feel safe. Getting to know your students is really important. We are gonna use it throughout the semester as I introduce the students to each other. So we're gonna have students of the month or students of the week, and the classmates will have to see one thing that they might have in common with that student, so that not only am I getting to know the students, they are getting to know their classmates as well. So I hope this video helped you and gave you an idea of how to create Google Slides and how to bring them into your Google Classroom and use them as a way to make connections. Until next time.